As you can see, there's significantly less cars on the road due to this COVID-19 pandemic, and I'm here to talk to you about how the world as a whole has decreased our carbon emissions during this pandemic. So let's talk about the period from February to March, where greenhouse emissions spiked slightly due to increased traffic with people trying to stock up on food and other necessities due to the introduction of COVID-19. However, as soon as quarantine hit, emissions dropped dramatically. In the US alone, quarantine brought a decrease in carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide of almost 20 to 35%. And much of the world followed suit. Take, for example, China and India. China cut their emissions of around 40% in 4 months. India also cut emissions around 15%. So, what does this mean for us? This means that less respiratory illnesses such as asthma and pulmonary diseases occur, and it provides a cleaner and better earth for
Right,
all of
now let's
us.
take a look at some graphs. So as you can see in this first graph, this talks about the weekly average concentration of nitrogen dioxide in the air in the areas of Rome, Madrid, New York, and Delhi. And so around February 3rd to 9th, this is when coronavirus first hit. And so as you can see, there's a brief spike at various points due to many shoppers going out to restock and such. And as you can see, around the areas of March 23rd to 29th, all the way to April is when the quarantine starts to hit. And so during this time, you can see Madrid decreasing their concentration by 9.3, New York 9.1, Delhi with 8, and Rome with 7. And so now let's take a look at this second part. So this is, talks about the average nitrogen dioxide concentration in the air of New York, London, Paris, Rome, Wuhan, Delhi, Mexico City, and Madrid. And in most of these places, in comparison to 2019, you can see that these carbon emissions are incredibly lower than what they were last year. And this is due largely to the fact of quarantine.
And this video was made possible by the Smithsonian's Women's Committee and was submitted to the 2020 Dreams Video Competition Changemaker Challenge.